Thank you, Cheyenne. Hello, my name is Hal. There have been several issues present at Goldman Sachs. The first issue they need to deal with is their ethics, because Goldman Sachs have lost its priority, which should have been generating profits for its shareholders, but instead their top priority is profit for themselves and the top level management. There have been several different occasions where Goldman Sachs top level management have gotten the company in trouble because of their unethical behavior, from taking advantage of the financial crisis to misleading investors into toxic deals they know is going to fail in the first place. Being known for having unethical behavior is terrible for business because it ruins the business's reputation. And for large corporations, bad reputation means bad credit. Having bad credit is horrible for business the same way it is for a person. If a person with bad credit score applies for a loan, that person will most likely be denied of that loan. The same applies for companies. Good credit means more investments and more shareholders that believe in the company. Bad credit not only affects the business, it also affects employees as well. Take Enron, for example. Their employees are afraid to put Enron on their employment history because of all the bad things associated with that name in Houston and all over America. It is not uncommon for big companies to have ethical issues. Total SA, a French oil and gas company, have been accused of using slave labor to build a pipeline in a southeastern country called Myanmar. Chevron Corp, the oil and gas titan, have been accused on tax evasion and environmental damage in several countries. Monsanto, the agriculture giant, they have been known to frequently sue small farmers for patent infringement, even if they're not using their seeds. More to ethics, Goldman Sachs' ethics issue is not unique to the company on a broad spectrum, because many other large companies have exhibited unethical behavior. Ethical issues are never truly unique because people are flawed and they make mistakes, and most of the mistakes involved are ethical ones. Goldman Sachs' issue is unique in itself because it sold bad deals to the investors. Bad deals, as in the upper level management in Goldman Sachs knew the deals will fail, like the housing market will crash, and they still went down and marketed them as profitable investments and got people to invest in what was gonna eventually collapse. Because Goldman Sachs' unethical deeds, their own investors sued them for hundreds of millions of dollars. Goldman Sachs' response was to pay out the settlements and simply buy their way out of trouble. My recommendation was for Goldman Sachs to increase their ethical training, for them to have a better corporate culture, a healthier one, not just more profitable, but more caring for their shareholders and investors, and promote corporate social responsibility to all of the employees, including management. And another issue Goldman Sachs is facing is finance. They did not have a good start in 2016. In the first quarter, they experienced a $4 billion drop in revenue. And on top of that, the large lawsuits, the $1.7 billion lawsuit from the Timberwolf case, they settled that in mid-2016, around June or July-ish. And they paid the entire settlement. So they also paid $450 million in the abacus clause case. That was the housing market collapse, and then they got people to invest in it right before it collapsed. So they made a profit, but everyone else who they sold the investments to have lost a lot. And as a result, they were sued. The $1.7 billion is a Timberwolf case. Goldman Sachs sold a investment deal to an Australian hedge fund. And as a result of that deal, the hedge fund lost nearly $1 billion over a few months. Some of the money was retrieved, but they still lost a lot. So they sued Goldman Sachs for $1.07 billion. And that case was in court for quite a few years, and it was settled in 2016. How can the lawsuits affect Goldman Sachs? Well, the lawsuits amount to 17.8% of the company's net earnings. In 2015, the company's net earnings was around $6 billion, and they had to pay more than $1 billion just in settling lawsuits. It also lowers the firm's reputation as a whole, because with low reputation, they have low credit. With low credit, less people will invest in their firm, will invest in their investments, and it's overall bad for business. As a recommendation for Goldman Sachs, my only recommendation for them is to improve their ethics, because all of their issues originated from their poor ethical behavior. The company needs to change its corporate culture to a healthier one, to a better one, or they will continue to lose business. And with that, I will give the slides to Yesenia.